When beginning to enter into the world of Kabbalah, one will most likely find himself learning about the tree of life. The tree is a symbol of creation. We see the tree as a symbol across many spiritual paths, from the Buddha attaining enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, to the shamans of the Amazon jungle alchemizing medicine from tree roots that they call the vine of the soul, to the Garden of Eden, where we read about the creation of the first man and woman, to Hindu mythology, where the banyan tree is also called Kalpavriksha, meaning wish-fulfilling tree. A symbol of unlocked miracles, when we tap into the tree's wisdom, we learn deep secrets to manifesting. The tree of life in Kabbalah consists of 10 spheres, or energy bodies, through which God, in a sense, constricts himself so that we, in the physical world, can experience him in our humanly way. These 10 spheres that make up this tree are 10 archetypal energies inherent in everything and every person. Now, there are 10 names that Kabbalists have given these energy spheres, and I've translated them for you from Hebrew to English. The first is Keter, which means crown, and it represents our will. Then we have Chokhmah, which is wisdom, Bina, which is understanding, Da'at is knowledge, Chesed is kindness, Gevura, strength, Tiferet, beauty, Netzach, victory. Hod is splendor, Yesod is foundation, and finally we have Malchut, which means kingship. Now we must first understand that if God created this tree of life, and each of us humans carry these spheres that make up the tree inside of us, kind of like in the East they call them chakras, then we have all been created with a God particle, making us co-creators. In other words, if God is the macro creator, we are micro or mini creators. Now let us take a journey down Miracle Lane to better visualize the process by which Kabbalah and manifestation coexist. Imagine the creator as a painter crafting the cosmos. First, God required a canvas on which to design a celestial masterpiece. This canvas connotes the emptiness, the blank first stage of any creation. Next, God says, "Let there be light," because let's face it, you can't create a painting, or any creation for that matter, in the dark. Once the blank canvas and light are established, the master artist can apply his strokes of paint, which in Kabbalah would be referred to as the 10 archetypal forces that we just spoke about. Each force vibrates at its own frequency as it mixes with the other spheres and other colors on the canvas. Now, to bring this metaphor down into our practical world, see or visualize your mind as that blank white canvas. In order to create, we must erase or bring to light everything that gets in our way of creating our masterpiece. So if your canvas is filled with weeds or ideas or negative beliefs, you cannot paint a flower garden on top of weeds. The weeds will eat up the flowers. So first, just visualize that blank canvas. The first sphere on the tree is Keter in Hebrew, which in English means crown, and it represents our will. It's the first initial spark of inspiration before any action has been taken. To actualize this first of 10 stages, your job is just to make a wish. Now, to will your wish into reality, Know what it is you want and write it down. Be as clear as you can in this stage. Kabbalah is Hebrew for the word receive. We must become receivers of God's miracles. The tree encapsulates Kabbalah's most important lesson. The leaves on every tree receive sunlight, but at the same time, these leaves continue to give away oxygen. It's a circle of life and light. We receive in order to give, and we give in order to receive. Manifestors are light workers in every sense of the word. You are now at the first stage in your journey to unlocking the miracles inside you. In order to know that you are being guided in the right direction, spend this next week noticing and appreciating specific signs that correspond with this first sphere, the crown, or keter, or will. Okay, so the signs that we're going to look for are things that are the color white, because white symbolizes the blank canvas, which is the stage that we're currently at. Another sign to look for is the number 1, which symbolizes the unity of God and is also the number of this first sphere. Also, notice signs in the form of trees. This can be in movies, in conversation, or even a special tree that you connect to outside. And lastly, be open to signs in the form of a crown, which is the body part and symbol that corresponds to this first sphere. So we said we're going to look this week for the color white, the number 1, trees, and crowns. This first step is enough. We will speak more of the remaining spheres in upcoming tidbits. But in the meantime, let me know if any of these signs appear for you this week and in what form. I'm curious to learn and receive from you. Sharing is caring, so if you liked what you've heard, pay it forward. Share this with a friend. And as always, happy manifesting. Happy manifesting.